Hey, what's up? I am R. And today I will talk about the Edit Master window of AI.T. Please open your After Effects. We will continue to work with the titles we created earlier. As you already know, we will click Edit button in the main interface. We have already seen Edit Text window, the Edit Box window, the Edit Style window, and now it's time to finally talk about the Edit Master window, a powerful interface that can control speed, duration, positioning, and scale of your title, and also create awesome backgrounds, even after your title is already applied in another composition. But to be able to show this, we first need to create a composition with the footage. Let's create a new composition. Call it Mastering Tools. Let's import footage into the timeline. And now let's remember the file structure of AI.T. Do you remember that, when a new title is generated, two new comps are created within the folder with the name you chose? One with the suffix -edit and out with the suffix -master. The -edit comp is where you can manually modify your fonts. And the -master comp is the file you should use when you want to superimpose your title to another composition. Let's drag the -edit comp to the timeline, where we apply our other footage as a background. To make you understand easily, we will temporarily disable the background by clicking here. Okay, now you can see that the title is over the background. Let's see what we can control. First, let's put it right at the beginning of the timeline. The first feature is animation speed. By default, all titles are set in broadcast speed mode. But you can increase that speed or slow it down. When you click on regular speed, notice that the layer containing your title has changed its size. Pay attention to the yellow layer. I'm going back to broadcast again. Bang. Let's choose slow. This feature changes the speed of the animation. The slower the animation, the longer the duration. Let's do some previews. This is broadcast speed. Let's go at regular speed now. See how the animation slows down? Let's go back to broadcast. We can test in slug speed and run preview. Did you see how the animation got much slower? Let's go back to broadcast. I want to show you how to fine-tune your title using the Edit Master window. Let me zoom in on the timeline. All animations have extra time at their end. This is because, depending on the delay that you apply in your text, your animation could be longer than it is at the moment. If you have active background, you can simply decrease the end of this comp. But let's take a practical example of how to change the duration. Let's say you need this text to finish in exactly 4 seconds. Go up to 4 seconds. And now let's just make the duration adjust. Let's add 15 frames by clicking here. That was not enough. Let's add more 5. We continue adding frames by 5 until we see the end of the animation happening. Appeared. Now you can decrease frame by frame if you need to. One less. Less another. It looks like one less will be enough. Bang, it's gone. Your animation has the exact duration of 4 seconds. Let's run the preview. Saw? You modified the duration of the animation, keeping the chosen speed without touching any keyframe, and even with its title already applied over another layer. Since we understand how to modify speed and duration, let's see how to change the scale and position. Let's pause the preview. As you can see, this title is too big for my composition, don't you think? Let's reduce the size of the title with this slider. Or enter a value of 70% for example. Looks good. You can even modify the position using the horizontal position or vertical position sliders. Let's use the reset button to center the title again. Here, you will notice a joystick that controls the position of your title. In the center of it, you can set the value of each step in pixels. Now each click in one of the directions causes the title to advance 20 pixels. If you change this value to 100, each step will be wider. Let's move to 200. Even wider. Let's go back to 20 and reset the position. In this session, you can control the master scale and position of your title using the sliders or the joystick. Now let's talk about a fantastic tool that is the background creator. Let's re-enable background. It came back from the exact same as in the preview. This preset has a 2-color radial gradient. Background is the default. But let's start by talking about the solid background. We can choose a background with a solid color. Let's choose a new solid color for the background. This orange color will look cool. The solid background is always controlled by the first color option. We can choose a linear gradient for our background and use the second color. You can set the direction from left to right, from top to bottom, at the top diagonal to the right, or from the bottom to the right. As with the other color options, you can switch the order of colors easily. In that slider on the side, we have the control of the opacity of our background to merge with the footage below. We still have the radial gradient background option. You can choose between small radial, medium radial or large radial. You can play around with various placement variations and background color style. And you can add background elements to your layout. The first element is the stripes. You can choose the width of the stripe. You can choose the percentage of the opening between the stripes and also choose the angle of the stripes. A quick tip: if your mouse has scroll wheel, you can use it to fine-tune all sliders. I like to work with a very small width of stripes. You can further reduce opacity, change direction and just create a TV lines effect with simple adjustments. Let's turn off the stripes and now let's talk about the background element grid. The operation is very similar to that of the stripes. You can set the size of the grid. It can invert the grid. And can also control the gap between each grid square. That is, you have almost endless options to customize your background instantly. Best of all, you can continue to customize your title without having to open pre-comps. All controls are concentrated in a single interface. In today's tutorial we learn about mastering tools from Edit Master window. If you have any questions or need help, send an email to support@alohafx.net. Thanks for watching. Bye.